Doom was revolutionary to first-person shooters at the time, and while it wasn't the first in the genre, I think it was the first one to do it right. Doom showed the potential of first-person shooters in a way no game had before. It made the genre into what it is today, and modern shooters still use lots of concepts that Doom started. But I think there's one game that takes the ideas Doom had and expands on them in a really interesting way. This game is probably the only first-person movement shooter roguelike rhythm game. Which, I know, sounds weird, but Bullets Per Minute is one of the best games I've played in a while. So let's look a little deeper into what makes this game that good. BPM's movement seems simple at first. I didn't think that movement was even a big part of the game when I first played. You have 2 jumps, and you have a dash. That's it. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to explain the whole rhythm part of the game. So all the music in the game is set at 88 beats per minute. There's indicators at your crosshair for each beat and half beat, and all your abilities are tied to the timing of the music. There's something about timing your dashes, shots, and reloads to survive a bullet hell that's really satisfying. Throughout the game, you'll find lots of weapons with different functions, so I'll try to cover the basics. Some guns are slower, shooting on each beat. Some guns shoot on the beat and you pump them on the half beats. Faster shooting guns can be used on the normal beats, or you can shoot them on both beats and half beats. The variety in guns is exciting and a little overwhelming at first, but figuring out how to use them to the music best is surprisingly fun to master. Even though the base movement is simple, it builds on itself with the items throughout the game. You can find boots that multiply your speed, or gloves that give you infinite jumps. Combining upgrades from armor or stat raises with movement like your dash, rocket jumps, or bunny hopping leads to some insanely fast and fun movement. There's also the roguelike part of the game, which has most of your standard roguelike stuff. Randomly generated floor layouts with loot and weapons hidden throughout, and this really cool bird shopkeeper. He's cool. Sorry, there's a lot of interesting loot with all the armor and abilities you can find. I found an ability that just lets you summon barrels every single beat, and I also found out that you can stack them to reach areas that you're not supposed to get to. After finding and beating a floor's boss, you'll open the path to the next floor. All the floors have pretty cool designs and great visuals with a cool cel-shaded style. Everything I've mentioned so far adds up to make a really fun power trip of a game. I haven't played any game that makes becoming overpowered and one-shotting bosses this much fun. And even after beating the game, there's a lot of extra content that shows the passion the devs put into it. There's extra characters with different playstyles and abilities, an entire system to import any music you want regardless of the BPM, and there's also special challenge modes that change how you play the game completely. Some force specific playstyles on you, and some just completely change how the mechanics of the game work, like having enemies only move on beats, and one that is just straight up Doom. Yeah. This game is seriously good, and I'm probably going to keep coming back to take on challenge modes or try a harder difficulty. If you've been looking for something new to play, you should give Bullets Per Minute a try. It surprised me, and maybe it will surprise you too. Okay, thanks. Bye.